This week on Beacon Web News, I interviewed Chief Daniel Colano about the on-campus active shooter threat. Sara Troy catches the action at the MCLA ice cream social, and Sara Tomcyzk investigates the mold problem in Mark Hopkins. That's all coming up next on Beacon Web News. Welcome to the September 24th episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Mei Craig. On September 13th, MCLA Public Safety issued an active shooter threat message early Monday morning at almost 1 a.m. Students were asked to shelter in place until further notice. Public Safety says the alert was sent out of an abundance of caution due to threats made against MCLA residence halls on social media made by a student who is not allowed back on campus. Beacon co-editor-in-chief Mike O'Brien and I interviewed Public Safety Director Daniel Colano about the incident and public safety's response, which some students found unduly alarming. The active shooter threat caused concern among students and faculty. Here is what Daniel Colano has to say.
When the call went in, the two officers immediately responded over there. The sergeant gleaned a little bit more information, and when they arrived, they made immediate entry. Right? There was a lot of things going on. One of the things was that the sergeant was also calling me, right, just to give me the heads up, because I have to make notifications as well as to how this is playing out. And there was a little bit of a plan, right? The officers were there ensuring there was no active threat. If there was, they could respond to that threat. And to also make sure people were safe, they were sheltering, so on and so forth. This was just before the sheltering in place occurred, because when they had gotten there, a name was given to them, and if we could have found that individual right away and we determined there was no threat, there wouldn't have been a reason for a sheltering in place order, right? But when we were told that he left, we assumed that he left the building. So now we didn't have positive control of the person. And that's when the sheltering in place order went out. Eventually, with the assistance of some of the students who were there who saw this individual in the building, were able to find him, right? They were able to locate some of his social media. They were pinging him within the building itself. And then after the alert went out, they found him. It was crafted by, I say by me, active shooter threat. It was absolutely an active shooter threat, right? There was some slang that was used, right, in these social media and the text, but it was a threat of mass killing, right? And that's how, there's really no way to sugarcoat that message. People needed to know, because if this was truly an active and ongoing threat, that's exactly what it would have and could have been. So I believe that the situation really dictates. The other thing we had, I don't want to say going for us, was it happened at midnight. Most people were sleeping. Most people were already in a state of sheltering in place in their dorm room with their door closed. And many didn't even know, right, that it occurred until they woke up the next morning and they saw the shelter in place, the release of the shelter in place, and then the email that says what exactly happened. So I realized that a powerful message like that can be cause people anxiety a little bit, but in this particular case, it needed to be worded that way because the potential was that it was that serious.
What could have been done differently about the language of the text message and communication to the campus community?
The faculty and staff and co-workers, because we're a department within the division, I think the communication really went a long way. The emails that went out, a lot of thought went into that, and keeping people informed. And even the fact sheet, which, you know, we all had a little part of the fact sheet as to depending upon our areas. The fact sheet was huge. It was very, very inclusive and answered a lot of the, you know, kind of the Q&A that came in. And, you know, again, we talk about facts killing rumors. I think the fact that faculty, staff, the campus community, students, the fact that they were kept as informed as possible really kind of kept, in my opinion, some of the anxiety down.
Lake Campus Police ended up arresting 18-year-old student Joseph Casso. Costa was released on bail, and he is currently with his family in Long Island. He is not welcome back on campus.
What the outcome was, I thought maybe to wait, but that goes absolutely counter to everything that we're really supposed to do. A timely warning under the Clery Act is just that. It needs to be timely. So as I think about my own processes, other than that, campus police responded rapidly. They found the person. They were able to extinguish any active threats or extended threats to this person that he texted. We actually found that person and reached out to that person. That person was never a threat. They were not coming to campus. So I think we did things really, really well, and I don't want to make it sound like, we wouldn't do anything different. We're very fortunate that we had a boss and 2 officers, and Mark Hopkins responded, and our whole department's called in.
Beacon Web News, I'm Mei Craig. Starting Tuesday, September 21st, MCLA will be offering flu vaccine clinics available to the entire MCLA community. Flu clinic dates will run from September 21st to October 28th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can find the clinic at the Amsler Campus Center Marketplace. Bring your ID and insurance card in order to get your shot. Copays will be applied per insurance policies. MCLA rose 2 spots in the U.S. News and World Report's college ranking and is now ranked 7th on the list of top public liberal arts colleges. MCLA was also ranked 1st in Massachusetts for social mobility and 21st in that category nationwide, the first Massachusetts school to join the social mobility rank. Mark Hopkins is one of the older buildings on campus, housing the Departments of Education and English and Communications, DGCE, classrooms, and the Office of Human Resources. Issues of dampness and mold in the building have raised health concerns among staff and faculty. Sara Tomcyzk talked to people about their concerns and what the school is doing about the issues in the building.
The co-editor-in-chief, Kathy Napper, and I, Sara Tomcyzk, investigate the mold issues that were and currently happening in Mark Hopkins. Here's more on the story. Since 2018, there's been many complaints about the mold infestation happening in Mark Hopkins. Unfortunately, earlier this month, there was more complaints coming from the MCLA community than ever about the mold in Mark Hopkins. With an increase of mold, the community spoke out with their concerns regarding their health issues that could happen. One faculty member that was concerned about this issue was English and Communications professor Karen Bellin.
Well, for me personally, just as like a personal issue, I'm chronically ill, I'm immunocompromised, and I'm aware of mold illness as a really serious disease that particularly affects the autoimmune community. And so for just as a personal matter, I'm very alarmed, but there are people who will become very ill, which has already happened.
After many complaints from the MCLA community, the school had decided to hire an outside source over the summer to be contracted to conduct mold and moisture level tests. An investigation report done by the Safety Solution Consultants Incorporation found the presence of mold, but determined it was not at alarming rates. SSCI tested for multiple spore types. Several problematic areas were identified with visual stains and water damage, such as the basement break room, multiple classrooms, upper level, the northern staircase, the ceiling, and the wall in the southern staircase. Air samples were collected from room 202 and showed a higher ratio of Clazosporium fungal spores compared to outdoor counts. It was reported that the basement break room carpet showed a slightly elevated moisture level directly in front of the refrigerator, despite there not being any visual evidence of water leaks. In an interview with Joe DeSilvia, Vice President of Administrations and Finance, and Barbara Chaput, Director of Human Resources and Payroll, it was revealed that the school has either already carried out SSCI's recommendations course of action or is in the process of doing so. Chaput stated the ultimate goal is to get the root cause and replace the roof. The safety and health of our students and our community is paramount to us. It's our top priority, and we are doing everything we can to address these issues. The roof replacement is scheduled to happen by the end of this fall. It is estimated to cost $400,000 according to Sylvia. The cleaning was done Thursday, September 16th using the outside cleaning service ServPro. The school intends on bringing back SSCI to do another round of post-cleaning tests. That's story coverage of the mold and Mark Hopkins. From Beacon Web News, this is Sara Troy.
Counseling Services will be hosting a Check Yourself Day on Wednesday, September 22nd from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the Academic Quad. The event wants to create a playful and informative atmosphere where students can engage in interactive tables related to college wellness and learn more about wellness resources on campus. Want to bring family and friends to MCLA? Let them visit on Sunday, October 2nd for the Family Carnival hosted by SAC, the Student Activities Council. The carnival is from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Venable Gym. Ashland Street has a new place to buy vintage goods, secondhand clothes, and other unique items. Sara Troy talked to the owner and alum, Samantha White, about her new store.
Right before COVID-19, MCLA Class of 2019 graduate Samantha White was trying to surpass the post-grad service industry jobs and expand her career. Last week, I went into town to talk with Samantha and check out her shop. Good afternoon, this is Sara Troy with the Beacon Web News, and I'm here at Terra downtown in North Adams, a new vintage shop that recently opened from an MCLA graduate.
I'm Samantha. I graduated MCLA in 2019, and then I lived here permanently, and now I own Terra.
Her time working down the street at the Plant Connector inspired Samantha to open a small business of her own.
July 15th, so it's been about 2 months. 2 months. It's been going really well. I think a lot of people have been excited about it, so I think the town has been craving something kind of like this.
She travels hours away to search thrift stores, estate sales, and tag sales, searching for vintage pieces.
Opening a small business here actually felt like super accessible. I had a lot of support and a lot of resources that I could reach out to a lot.
The community has also been offering her lots of donations.
A lot of the older community of North Adams will just come in and they're so excited about the store that they just donate me like the clothes that they wore, 50, 60 years ago. It's such a delightful place to be.
Naming the store took a lot of thought, but she was inspired by the earth, sustainability, and her community.
Everything just sounded like cheesy or pretentious because it's really hard to name a store. And I had just been talking to Emily at the Plant Connector she was thinking about painting the floors, and I was like, you should paint them terracotta. And everyone that has helped me through this process, we're all earth signs, we're all doing it, together, but we're doing something that's like grounded and kind of homey. And then also sustainability plays into the Terra.
Terra is located right down the road from campus at 18 Ashland Street. Be sure to go check her out. For BWN, I'm Sara Troy.
On Thursday night, a man in Pittsfield allegedly stabbed 2 people after debating over how his dog was handled. Joshua Lofkin, 36, was arrested on a warrant that charged him with 2 counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Lofkin allegedly stabbed 2 men and slashed one of the victim's tires. On Friday, Lofkin pleaded not guilty in the Central Berkshire District Court in 2 counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon and 2 counts of vandalizing. On Tuesday evening, a fire occurred on 110 Linden Street. All residents escaped safely except for a resident dog, which was rescued later, unharmed by firefighters. Firefighters were on the scene for between 2 to 3 hours extinguishing the fire. It is estimated that the fire caused about $30,000 in damage. MCLA's golf team improved at the Brett Williamson Invitational on Thursday, September 23rd, with a pair of 84 shots by first-year student Paul Roeder and senior Brett Norman. 2021 Homecoming and Family Weekend is coming up fast, next weekend, October 1st to 3rd. MCLA's Alumni Association will be hosting several activities to foster Trailblazer Pride. Check out alumnimcla.edu for more information about the tours, games, and other happenings offered throughout the weekend. Get immersed in the North Adams community with First Fridays. The first Friday of October, head downtown from 4 to 8 p.m. to check out the different specials, sales, events, and entertainment local galleries and businesses have to offer. Visit northadams.com for more info. The White Terrace Apartments in Pittsfield caught fire for the 2nd time in 7 days. Pittsfield resident Joseph Stone, 43, was arrested in connection with the fire. Stone has been previously convicted twice in the past 20 years. Lead investigator Detective James Lasso is looking for more information. Please contact 413-448-9700, extension 572 with any information. Last week, students, faculty, and staff got to enjoy some nice end-of-summer weather during the annual Ice Cream Social, where student clubs promoted their activities. Sara Troy tops off our last story today.
Last week, President Burge hosted his first ice cream social since COVID started. Students and faculty gathered on the quad to socialize and catch up with the community and, of course, eat ice cream.
Hi, I'm Sarah here with the Beacon Web News. I'm here with President Burge today at the Ice Cream Social. How are you, President Burge?
I'm doing great, Sarah. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Representatives from several campus clubs were there with tables introducing themselves to the new students.
I'm Wesley Call, the president of the ski club. I'm Phil Anderson. I'm the vice president.
Vanessa, the secretary.
And this is our first year, I guess, because last year we started, but it was COVID, so we didn't actually get anything done. But this year we're looking to get out there back on the mountain. We got a whole bunch of people signed up, and hopefully we get some good snow. Should be a good time.
Yeah, I was going to say, Intramurals is being kicked off with a flag football tournament at Shoecraft Fields. If you want to join, just come on down, sign up, and you need about 5 players to make a team. So I hope to see you there.
Hi, my name is Brianna.
My name is Francesca, and we're co-chapter heads of Women of Color Initiative.
We provide a safe space for those who identify as women of color to join us, so please sign up.
Hi, my name is Lily Howard. I'm the coordinator of student engagement / resident life, and today at the Ice Cream Social, we are handing out shirts to freshman students and the vintage collection that we've gathered over the years to the upperclassmen.
The students, I mean, this is great to see students, but even my colleagues, we haven't had this in more than a year, and so to be able to be together and just catch up and see how everybody's doing is great.
Mm-hmm. Check out mcla.edu/student-life for more information on campus clubs. For Beacon Web News, I'm Sara Troy.
Next week, watch an interview with President Burge that I and the Beacon editors did, where he shares how he feels on how the school has handled the pandemic and what his plans are for the coming academic year.
Went really quite well, given that we had the highest percentage of students that were on campus in classes of the state universities. About 70% of our classes were offered either online or hybrid. And given that, I think we did very well. We controlled for the virus, we hunted it all year long with the testing protocol that we had.
Today with BWN, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MCLA BWN. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.